Hi everybody, this is Professor Sridhar Vaithianathan. In this class we are going to discuss about how to work with R using RStudio, which is an interface development environment. So basically you open a RStudio. So RStudio has got 4 windows as you can see. So the top right, I could call it as quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, quadrant 4 in anti-clockwise. So the quadrant 2 is called as a source code window where you can write the codes and that can be executed in the console window, which is right down, which is the left down, right? That's a console window. And towards your top right is your environment window, which contains all the variables or the objects that you are going to create, including the data set and history about the variables also, and the commands that you have executed also will be there. And the bottom right is where you will get the plots, where you can use this window for installing the packages, so on and so forth. So this is the RStudio IDE window on which the R console sits. The R console is, once again I'll repeat, it is there in the bottom left. Okay, so I just opened a source code file here, which is already named as untitled 1, and hash symbol is used to write comments in R. And with this let's learn R. Okay, so initial thing that I would teach you is when you go to the console window, which is in the bottom left, right? So once you install, it gives you information about which version you are using. So here in my case it is 3.4.3. I need to update it, and the version name, right, so also is given. This is kite eating tree. So if you have installed some other version, then accordingly the name will change, and it gives some details about the free. R is a free software. As you know, R is a open source software, anybody can download it and there is no license fee associated with it. And you can go to r-project.org to understand more about R project. Okay, so first command I would tell you is the first things I want to open all this stuff and understand, so later I don't require it. So to clear the R console window, the command used is Control L. So as you can see, I have used Control L. The entire R console window is cleared. So that I can write it over here. So the command is Control plus L to clear the R console window, right? And the other thing that we need to understand is R is particularly based upon object, right? So whatever we are creating in R, it's object oriented. So what does I mean by object oriented? Let us say I want to add 2 numbers to start with. Okay, so how do I do it in R? So I need to assign those numbers to an object. Let us say I'm creating an object called A, which is assigned 2, and again I'm creating an object called B, which is assigned 5. So now what happens, the number 2 is assigned to A and number 5 is assigned to B. And as I said, this is a source code window. Whatever I am writing there, I need to execute in the console window, which is the bottom left. Otherwise it is there for my saving, so that anytime I want to reopen it, it gets saved in the source window. Say for example I want to save this, so it goes to the working directory. So I can say R intro and it saves as a R file. So anytime I open, these commands are there intact for me. So now I am going to execute this command. How to execute? Put a cursor over there in the line 4, which is the command that I want to execute. Yeah, so R is a object oriented program. So whatever we are creating in R, it has to be assigned to an object. So I have created a number called 2 and I assigned it to A. So you need to read from right to left in R command, right? So 2 is assigned to A. Assign symbol here is equivalent to, and 5 is the number which is assigned to B. The space is not a constraint. I have given space just to make it more clear. So when I want to execute the R command, so I go to the respective line. So here in this case I want to execute this 4th line. I put the cursor over there. either I can go to this run command over here, right? So or I can press control enter. So when I press this, okay, it is in a command mode. So I am removing the comment mode, I am writing the actual numbers. Okay, so 2 is assigned to A, I am running that command and I am putting the cursor over there in the 4th line and I am putting control enter. So as you can see now that A is equal to 2 has come to a console window. So at the background the R has executed that and it has come to the next. So whenever R has successfully executed the command, this greater than symbol appears, so and it is ready for the next command. So whenever you execute a command and the next line comes a greater than symbol, that means your command is successfully has run. Now I am going to run b is equal to 5, so let me use this run. So I put the cursor over there in the 5th line, wherever you want to put you can put the cursor over there, doesn't matter, and I am executing using run command. So I am clicking on run. So as you can see, whatever I executed now, which is b is equal to 5, has been executed and R is ready for the next command by means of showing that greater than symbol. Now if I want to do addition, so what should I do? Now it's all, now I need to use only the objects. Let us say A plus B, that's the addition I want to do, right? So I can write the command like putting the hash symbol addition, then I execute the command. I can put the cursor anywhere and press control enter. So now you can see that the answer has come here, A plus B. So whatever comes after the hash symbol is the comment, so R will not execute that, so it has executed only A plus B. So A is given 2 and B is given 5, so 2 plus 5 is 7. So likewise hereafter A and B you can use it. And also if you go to the top right window to the environment, you can see that whatever values I have created, it appears here. So now you can see that A has appeared here, right, which is assigned 2, B has appeared here, which is assigned 5, right. So that is the usefulness of this environment window. Understand how many variables we are creating in terms of object, so that you don't need to repeat the same object name with the different numbers, because that also will affect. And one more thing I want to tell you is R is very case sensitive, right. So I'll write it as a comment also so that you will not forget. R is case sensitive, right. So a capital A is different from small a, right. So say for example now I am assigning 10 to capital A and let us say 15 to capital B. Now I want to add these two, A plus B, and I am executing by pressing control enter. Okay, so what it is saying, A plus B. So why it is happening? Because I have not executed A is equal to 10 and B is equal to 15, that's why it say object A is not found. So let me execute the line 8 and 9 first. So control enter, A is assigned, control enter, 15 is equal to B is assigned. Now let me ask for A plus B, it should not be telling object A not found. So A and B is 25. Yeah, so R is very case sensitive. Lowercase a is different from uppercase a, so on and so forth. And with this I close this session. What we have learnt, we have just introduced you to RStudio environment, the 4 quadrants, and then how to write comments by means of putting hash, and how to assign numbers using object features of R, and do a simple addition in how to do addition in R, and how to save the file. See you in the next video. Thank you very much.